Hey friends and family, hey loved ones. How's it going today? How you doing? How's your heart today? How is everything in your world at play? Coming on to share some things I've received a lot in the last couple days. Lots of good things, lots of beautiful things and gems and nuggets of wisdom and synchronicities. And all this love at play, through all this love at play, for all this love at play. Love always. And I'm learning how to get out of my own way. I've learned so much about rest, receptivity, inspired actions, and work as play, and bringing play to work. Bringing that play to these labors of love that I'm choosing for myself, this labor of love and devotion to the ocean that is love, that is life, that is all, that is the web of being, this whole web of being, this one totality, this one soul, this one, and in the many, this many in the one. So it's just super awesome to see like all of these things reflecting, back to me what I really, really was asking for and what I needed to see. So it's amazing, really, some of these things that have come in recently, and I've received some new clarity, some new insight, and making the space and making the room for coherency to be able to navigate through this whole play and this current stage of awakening. And so a couple days ago, I had shared about like letting go of expectations that I had for myself, because I had all these plans and all these expectations, that I would be productive and I would get like some things done I wanted to get done, get handled. And it just wasn't going to happen like last weekend. And so it just really, got to accept that and just take, some time to care for me. So there has been a lot of things that I've seen about time and old beliefs about time, and that there isn't enough time or that I need more time. And I was asking myself about that yesterday, because it was just something that came out of my mouth. I was talking to my husband. I'm like, we need more time. And I'm like, oh, wait, wait a sec. What part of myself believes that I need more time? And why do I believe that? Like, what is this belief about that I don't have enough time, or that I need more time, or that I'm behind? And so, it's just like always feeling like I need to catch up to myself. It's so funny. And so I was looking into that, and I was like, well, there's some part of me that must feel rushed or in a hurry. And so just slow down and be here right now. And I changed that belief. I flipped it around, and I told myself a true story, that I do have enough time, and I have enough time to be here right now for what currently is being presented, for what currently is present, to receive that and be here in the present, to receive that gift of the presence in the present right now. So that's been, something fun to play with. And, see a little more into those things. So I feel like it is like unraveling, like a lot of this is unraveling, and unraveling time, this unraveling time. And, more into that, more that relates is, the energy that I've used to like tire myself out before I get out of the gate, like work myself up, like I have to do this and it's got to be this way, and it's just, there's one part of myself that is, had to be extra vigilant to manage things so that I could feel good enough or right or worthy or safe. And that is so, so tiring sometimes. It's so stupidly exhausting and silly. And so just been looking at some of those things where, yeah, that's like the ego mechanisms and the survival strategies and my coping mechanisms, all those things. Just those things that pulled me away from my center so I couldn't be here with me right now. Because I always felt and believed that I needed to be something else or be another way than I was right now. And that's all bullshit because I am exactly where I need to be right now. And I have all I need for me to be here right now. And then just the next step and the next now and the next now and the next now. Like it all will come and all unfold. And it will show me like what I get to know. And through that not knowing. So like just kind of remembering like to play and to know that I can choose. I always have a choice. I can choose to enjoy all that I'm choosing, all that I get to choose for myself, and appreciate that and know that it's a gift for me. And so taking a page from the 4 agreements, been practicing those, be impeccable with your word, don't make assumptions, don't take things personally, and always do your best. And part of always doing your best is just taking the action for the simple joy, for the simple experience of taking the action and enjoying that experience of taking that action without being attached to a result, to a reward, to being seen, to being praised, for whatever, or feeling like it adds to my value or proves my worth. Because it's really about living in joy and being and expressing this love that is alive within and inside and bringing it forth out into the world, being drawn out of myself, and also seeing that working from that place of active rest or active calm, active presence or dynamic peace in acceptance or neutrality. That is where the magic happens, and that is the power of the divine feminine. And the muse has come to play. So I've been playing with her, playing with myself. Playing through all these parts of this play. And it was amazing that, I felt like I had all this, all this stuff waiting for me, but it's like, okay, just take it step by step, bit by bit, breath by breath, moment by moment. And let it all go and let it all be and let it unfold freely for me, like fully in all of the ways that it can be. And I don't need to get attached to any one way or any one thing and any one way of doing or being. Doing things or being as I am. So I took some actions and I, told myself, this will be fun. We'll just make this fun. It'll be like, I don't know how it's going to be, but it just gets to be. And it gets to be like this fun love for me that I get to choose for me, however that is and however it gets to be. And so I really super did. Oh my gosh, I was so like amazingly energized. And it was like a gift that I could offer and give to myself and receive for myself. And so it was just like an amazing way to play with the energy that wants to move through me and let it work for me. So just wanted to share, like, that was amazing. And my space and my home feels amazing. And it just opened everything up. And I didn't even know, like, what I was going to do. Like, there are some things, like, that are awesome, like, with stages of growth and development and things. And I am so blessed and fortunate and happy to be helping with my sweet little granddaughter. And she's getting to that stage where she's getting around pretty good. She's going to start getting into everything. And so it's like, it's time to put some certain things out of reach, and just, maybe it's just time for a refreshing, like, this living space, because there is a new life. And it's just like, just rearranging some things, and paying attention to certain little things and little details, and like kind of letting go of mentally figuring it out, and just feeling my way into it, and seeing, like, kind of like a feng shui sort of thing. Like, I've always intuitively, like, just arranged certain symbols in different places, and like, oh, this needs a little spot of color here, and this could use a little thing here. Or, oh, I feel like this crystal is perfect going right there. And I never know, like, why I actually am doing that. But intuitively, like, I just play. And then later I realize why my soul and my irrational intelligence wanted to work through those ways of play, because there are certain messages for me, and it activates certain things and within my consciousness and within my subconscious, for it to be seen, like, through all these ways of seeing. And it's just so fun to see the music play in these things, like, through this creative way to play, this creative way of playing and being. And so it's just, like, amazing, like, really. And it just, I just can't even say how amazing it really feels. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So, so good. So, also been listening. I've been listening more, and I've been hearing more. It's been so great. And I realized the other day too, because there was some certain patterns that were coming up, and it was just, like, mildly frustrating and annoying. Like, I wonder why that is. Not really, like, getting butthurt about it, but just, like, that's kind of interesting and frustrating in a way. But I was willing to, like, look into it and suspend judgment and any beliefs that I had about it, or any of the, like, hamster wheel kind of rotation of, flipping back and forth and trying to find out what was wrong so I could fix it. And just, like, observing, and just humorously and lightheartedly, observing and watching and witnessing, instead of beating myself up or cringing, like, oh, this again. So I realized, that I feel like, to a subtle and maybe not so subtle degree, I've been ignoring my body's messages and my body's signals, because that's a default strategy. And there are payoffs to that as well, but then they cost way more. It's like a bargain without knowing, like, not paying attention to certain things. And anyways, I've realized that we have been trained to treat our body like a slave, and instead of a friend and an ally and a gift and a temple for our love and our soul to dwell in, and to commune with God in, and to commune with life and the divine in. And so being in my body, getting back in my body, and more valuing and appreciating the body's wisdom and what she has to say, because she has a lot of wisdom and gold for me if I am willing to listen and receive. So I am willing to create and cultivate or allow a new, full, whole, true relationship with my body for my entire well-being, of the wholeness that I am. And so just listening to my inner child as well, like sometimes she feels very, very unimportant because I haven't valued her contributions in certain ways, in some ways, where she actually does like regenerate so much love and energy for me through the act and care of play. So I'm so super grateful for my inner child and my inner magical child that wants to express herself like with love through me, through all these creative ways. And I've also like judged that part of myself as a weirdo and the freak that I cannot be, or the one that is like from the planet Neptune, the alien, the stranger, the clown, and the freak. Yeah. So just remembering too, like, yeah, let that inner dork out to play. What if our inner weirdo was the biggest ally and best friend that we never even knew that we had? So just realizing that. And that's where a lot of magic can happen too, if we can just let go of how like other people are going to see us. And that's like an old ego defense mechanism of always trying to appear in a certain light or as right, because we don't want to be wrong, because it's so wrong to be wrong. A little silly old song. So it's okay. Like, sometimes like we're just working our best guesses from where we are, and then we find out more correct information or more aligned, information that relates. And we course correct and we redirect and integrate like the new knowledge. And so like learning is a continuous journey, just like growth is, just like awakening is, just like transformation is. It's a continuous play through the known and the unknown. And that's what I'm seeing. And it is harvest time. And so that feels really good to be in the middle of this harvest season. And that Luan Sao was epic. And I can't even believe how many changes or how much has transformed and how much has grown, or actually how much like it was already there. It's just being seen in ways it hasn't ever been able to be seen before. And it's, they just don't even have any adjectives or like words that are adequate right now. And that's okay, but it's just a mind blowing, and just allowing, like this kind of brain fog that I have been feeling in the last couple weeks, but just knowing, I can see like how it is like a message for me that I can't use to take loving care of me and realize what I am choosing to take into me, and like see and reevaluate certain patterns in how I have learned to care for me or not show up and care for me. And where I might be leaving myself out of the equation when I'm caring for everyone. Maybe I'm leaving myself out of that, and then I've failed all, and that's maybe an old story as well, and an old ego block and wall. Yeah, so just letting go, and remembering it's okay not to know. Because I have noticed certain things that as certain things are being shed and layers are falling away, there are like those mechanisms or those addictions still kind of like the energy wants to keep going in that direction, or because it's been in that direction and with a lot of momentum for a long time. So it kind of does take a minute sometimes to interrupt that pattern of where the energy was flowing or going, and redirect it from within. And so just seeing more into those things and how I can become aware of that much more quickly when there's a story and where there's a need or a compulsive need for my ego to self-preserve. Whether it's like attaching to something because, that affirms that I'm right. That affirms that, like this nitpicker that likes to pick things out. Yeah. That backs up my story. That, that affirms my rightness right there. But why do I need that outside of myself? Why do I, and I already have all these things within myself. I already have all I need and all I am within myself. But that doesn't mean that I can't, look at things and have them show me and reveal things that I haven't been able to see within myself or about my own self. And just watching a video earlier today, which was really interesting, and I'll put it in the description box. I'll put the link in there. And it was about the great test. And it's all about like this ego death that we are going through. And it was super helpful. I really appreciate. Her name's Kerry K. And I've found her channel and her videos like a couple months ago, and I've just been watching and enjoying a few that I'm led to view, and super appreciate her assistance in helping us navigate this transformation and all the contributions really of everyone, for everyone else. It's helping us to see what we haven't been able to see before, and see through like this artificial reality, or this hijacked dream we've all been sleeping in. And it's just incredible. But just appreciating like all the contributions of so many creative beings, and so much love for everyone and for every being, like because they're dedicated and devoted because they love life and they love humanity and they love creation and they love creator, and they're just so full of love, and that's who they are, is love. So in their own unique ways of being, just fulfilling like their own soul's purpose through their own love and through their own passions and through their own gifts, and where they're led to be, and to help lead others, to teach others how to lead themselves. And the cheerleader and the leader's been coming up a lot for me, and leading myself with cheer, because I love the cheers, the cheering cheers. And I just feel like, that's really who I am. That's, this mom and this encourager And I get to encourage and be that cheerleader for myself too, which I have been, and it feels great. And ever since I've been playing with the cheerleader and practicing with, really holding space and not like telling myself, you got to do it this way, you got to do it that way, or just like, yeah, just have fun and just, yeah, do your best and you'll learn and grow and love will carry the rest. And so it's been a lot more freeing to know that and to allow myself and offer myself that. So what else can I share about all of this? Yeah, I have written a lot in the last week or so. And believe it or not, I've just been enjoying, and I feel like since I've taken that pressure off of me, it doesn't even make sense sometimes, how much is able to be received, given, shared, and created in one day. Yeah, and some days it's all about the rest, and it's like my only job today is to be here present. And then everything else just gets to flow and gets to be fully and freely. And love gets to flow where it needs to be, instead of being held and prevented from full expression, from being expressed and being moved. And one more thing that I wanted to share. Oh my God, and oh my goddess, and oh my love. All my love. I feel so, so entirely loved and blessed and held and supported and valued and appreciated and well. Wow. Wow, I had the most amazing feelings of bliss and joy and gratitude and awe come over me yesterday when I realized and I saw how actually loved I am. And it's just so humbled by that. Not because I proved that I'm worthy of it or that I'm deserving of it, but just because I am as I am and who I am, all the love that I am as I am and I've always been. And just showing up for myself, showing up for others in my relationships, and just being love, just being present and being love. And it's amazing, since I've been offering this love to myself, and how now, I don't know why I couldn't see it before, really. I knew others loved me and stuff, but I didn't know how deeply I've actually contributed, to their well-being and to their love and to their lives and to who they can be for themselves. Just by playing my part through stumbling and falling and getting back up and joining the dance again. And so it's just seeing all this worth and value and these new ways of prosperity and being and giving and sharing and receiving. And so it's just so awesome and amazing and wonderful, to be in this space, this heart space, to be love in, to be present in, to be here in, with me and we. So learning all sorts of new things, and maybe I'll share next time some notes and some downloads that I received and recorded in my journal. But for now, I'm wishing you well and thanking you for all you've contributed to this web of life, just by being you, just through being you. Just through like loving and living and being and learning about you. Yeah, willing to. No matter where you are, where you've been, or where you're going, I thank you and I love you and I respect you. Thank you, thank you. All right, be love for yourself and be well. We'll see you for now.